So I'm going to the next video. The very next video is about price, and this is very important for us to know and to understand. So when it comes to pricing as a hair vendor, especially elite group, you should not be dulling, because I'm giving you guys factory prices. So, and the reason why I need to do this video of how to fix your price, because you can think that you have the cheapest price in the block, but yet you won't make sales. Reason that because you now got cheap price, you now be putting mumu price, people now be thinking you're selling fake products. It is what it is. So you have to look around what other people are selling and make sure not just other people, other quality people or other people that are in your niche are selling. Let your price range be around that price range. So if your price is too ridiculous, end users will think you are selling substandard products, and I do not want any of us to miss up on sales due to that. So I decided to share with us how I fix my prices. So I'm going to talk about how I fix my prices. So this part we have been watching till now is still like part 1. This whole training is in like 4 parts or more, basic 4 parts. So part about product knowledge, which is what all this entails. Then the next part is about my customer and I. So it's more about your customer service skills. Then the next part is about business knowledge itself. So we'll still talk about price based on business knowledge again. So business knowledge, so that your business will thrive. Your business will not just be on a same level. So things that you can do to make your business go to the next level. Apps you need to use, how to go about ads. So that's the business part. Then business structure, because if your business is not scaling, only you cannot be doing everything. So, and in that way, that's how we bring in business structure into it. Okay, so normally I would have liked us to finish the training totally before we start selling, but I know our blood is hot. That's why I just want to start. And I know that some people, they are not totally newbies from the form that was filled. But if you take out your time, just set one weekend, finish all these things, do all your assignments, so that you just start right and start well, okay? And not just rushing it to show that you are finished, but understanding it so that you are dealing with customers right and you'll be going on a straight plane. So any challenges you even meet, to be like, they've told us before, I know what to do, stuff like that. So yes, back to price. So the price that we're going to talk about. So now, the easy way we can fix prices, when I newly started, I usually use just saying I will put plus 3k on my money, plus 5k, plus 10k. But the truth is that that price does not favor you, especially if you start using your capital to invest. So maybe when I was doing it, it wasn't burning me so much because I did not used to use my capital to invest. But when you start using your capital to invest and you are using just plus a amount, it won't favor you. So it's best to use percentage to calculate your price, so that it will favor you, and so that in case you even want to start structuring your business and paying tax and the rest, is percentage that government is using to collect their tax. So you understand. So if you just say, for instance, now you put plus 5k and you now calculate the tax, you now realize that 10% of 250k is 25k. So you have already lost. Can you see? So, and this is what nobody will tell you. That's why some people, I don't they enter business structure. Some people are doing business, they are selling, but you don't see their money. So that's where price is. I know I had to bring in price now under product knowledge because I'm going to be posting products. So I just needed you to know how to calculate these prices that it will profit you. And we'll still talk more about pricing in the future. So for now, in a simplified way, use percentage. I will advise you use percentage. And personally, I use percentage according to hairs. let me just share with us how I do my own, so you can write if you want to, or you can build what will work for you. So I put prices like from 4K to 19K, right? So from 4K to 19K is one segment. Another segment is from 20K to 29K is another segment. That's 2. The third segment is from 30K to 44K. The next segment is 45K to 65K. So I think I still use the same thing, from 66K to 199K. Then for 200K and above, I use a different percentage. So, and I'm going to be sharing with us, you can choose your own, because one thing too that comes with pricing is your structure on ground. So a price can be profitable for me and it might not be profitable for someone else. A price can be excess for someone else and it can be loss for someone else. Why? How much are you paying for rent? How much are you paying your staff? Okay, so a price that can work for someone else might not work for you. Reason being that you have to look at your own personal structure that you have now. So, and why I said it, I know most times when people are starting new, they don't have the confidence to put high prices, because they'll feel like, let me win people with low prices. But no matter the price you are trying to win people with, just make sure you are not at a loss. So first, I will tell you how to calculate how you are not going to be at a loss. So calculate your rent. What do you pay monthly? What do you pay yearly? Divided by 12. Calculate the expenses that you run. Like if there is need for extra transport, data, if you have one assistant person or 2, or no matter the amount you have, that will make that message to be smooth, you add it to the price. Then add service charge for, because now we're talking about strictly hair industry, so let me just go straight, like let me list the main thing. Most times now, you saw this hair now that I brought out from the nylon. This is how it looks like, but is this how we send it to the customer? No, and we have to style it, repack it very well. This is how it looks like. So why is that? So the time I will use to style it, I have to put it on the price too. So, and there are some people that sell, they don't style, so it's fine. But that is not what we elite members will be doing. We'll be styling very well to make sure that the customer receive value and come back to buy again. So that energy, you will put it on the hair, so that even when they receive it and they see your price, they will feel like, you really charge them for something. Yes. So what else again? So those are the things that you just calculate and divide by, okay, how many customers do I really get in a month, in a year? Let's use month. In a month, in a week, how many customers will I get? Then divide it by daily, so that way you'll be able to know if you are using any of this percentage and if it will favor you. So, and I'm going to be sharing with us the percentage that I use for my own. So now for the one that is 200 and above, I use 1.30. So why do I use 1.30? I use 1.30 because, how will I put it? When you use 1 point and you times it, you get the exact number you want to use. So say 1.30, it means I use 30%. So I use 30 to 35%, so depending. Okay, so when it's 66, but let me just even say it generally, like from 45 to 199, because it's still the same amount I use, but I don't know why I broke it down. So maybe I just broke it down for future references. So I still use the same amount from 45 to 199. So I still use 1.35, so that it will give me the exact amount I want to change the pricing to. So, and for 30 to 44K, I use 1.45. So that's like 45%. From 20 to 29K, I use 1.50. Then for 4K to 19K, I use 1.55. so it will give me the price I need. But sometimes I would also look at the price in the industry, especially for those low price one, because you can have things like this bank now currently they sell it for 8k or so, and if you use that 1.55%, it doesn't really, it's like a bit high. So that one you can just be like put plus 3k plus 2k, because not 2k, I don't use 2k, plus 3k or plus 4k. It's before fuel. I used to use plus 2k. So plus 3k plus 4k, so that the price can be not so high, because it's just a bank. Because they'll buy other things now. So it's when it comes to hair, you would put the price that way. Then what else? What else do I want to mention? Okay, yes. Then sometimes some blend hairs that they can sell them for as low as, I think 9. Yes, some are like 9k, 10k. But let me just use calculator to calculate, because sometimes when I calculate it and it gives me anything less than 15k, I'm going to make it 15k. So they are just in some instances, like what I said, look at the price that the industry is doing. So not because you luckily got good price, see now 9k is giving me 13 one thing, so I'll just make it 15k, because prices are doing 15, 18. You now want to say with your structure you are doing 19 something, so I'll make it 15k. But that's whereby when people buy multiple things, that you can be able to give them discounts. You can be able to accommodate free gifts for them, stuff like that. It can be able to accommodate your packaging materials. So these prices are not being charged because of longer truths. It's because of the value that you put into it, from styling to packaging to transport to data to adverts. You need a budget for ads. So if you are just saying, because I got 9k, I'll just gonna sell 10k, you are making a loss, my sister. You're not making money at all. Because you got 9k, you're gonna sell for 12k. How much is transport? How much is your data? How much is your budget you want to leave for ads? Then how much is your savings for reinvestment to increase your business? So when you think about that, you will know the right price to give your business. Because a lot of people, they do business and they think they are making sales because they are making sales, but their life is just like nothing is happening, because they are not charging the right price that will make them to be profitable, that will make them to scale up. So in this percentage I just shared what I'm using. So if you feel like, because me too, when I first started, I would try and reduce my price a little bit just to accommodate people, and as I was growing, I was increasing it. So if you're just starting and say, no, I don't want to use the lowest price that is 30%, you say, no, I want to use 20%, it's fine. Or since I don't have a business account, I won't pay tax, let me start by using 15%, it's fine, to build that your confidence, maybe to receive sales. But try to increase and scale up, because as you can all see too, what is happening in the economy, that prices you jump anyhow. That's one. And number two, when it comes to pricing, we need to be wise, because another reason why I collect this amount is because sometimes you will be ready to make a purchase, because even if you're a reseller, the truth is that you cannot really stock everything about hairs. So just imagine there's something you do not stock, and that's what customer asks for, and you need to buy that thing. And it has happened to me countless times. And for instance, I've already posted this thing that, okay, because maybe I bought it 73,000, I've already known that, okay, 73,000, no, blah blah blah. At the point I am ready to buy the one that customer asks for that I do not have, and they'll just tell me that plus 5k is on that money. One time I've even paid like plus 10k on a money, because the way our online customers are. When you reach out to them, because when supplier tell you plus 10k, you now come and be pricing. Nobody has your time. People are even queuing. Before you come, they would have finished. They would have told you, they've sold out, go and buy from other people that they've sold to. So nobody has your time to be negotiating price, because they're just giving you straight prices. And you do not put that in your price in case increase happen, in case dollar happen. You'll be losing sales, because when you not tell customer, as I want to go and buy it now, I realize it's plus 5k. Customer will say, return my money. And it's as simple as that. But if you have put it there to return, even though you know you will not make a lot of gain that time, but at least it's better than making something for your talkie. Anyway, that's the way I prefer to do my own business. From all the energy I've used to convince you, it's better I make something than to just return the customer's money, the end user in this case, because if it's elite or resellers, there's nothing I can do about it here. So also, this is also to give us an awareness that such thing can happen, especially now. It is too rampant. When I was in the business, the highest increase that I used to get then was 500 naira. But now, especially this ember period, they are likely to see plus 5k, plus 3k. 3k is very common. 5k is if they just tell you dollar shoots very well, most times you pay plus 5k. And if you did not collect substantial money and they not tell you plus 5k, you will not now do business. It's frustrating. It will be like after you have talked to customers, you cannot buy the hair. Those things happened to me in the early days. And until I just wise up and say, I have to put a price that will help me help the customer. So sometimes if it's that plus 10k, I will just pay the money. Because like now, I told you now how many percent I'm charging for a 200k hair. And it happened to me recently. But in this case, it was not even that supplier increased price. It was that supplier sold out and I have to buy from people that they sold to. And this person, knowing that they sell, add plus 15,000 naira on top. Will I lose my customer? No, but because of I've collected 40% on that money, and 40% on that money, let's say 200k, is okay, the hair was around 300k safe. Because of I know that I've collected 30 to 40% because she was buying 2 hairs that particular period. So and I know that I've already collected something that was like 40%. Let me now say, let me use 200k for an example, and let me use 30% for an example. So 10% is 20,000. 20% is 30,000. No, 10% 20, 20% 40. So that means you are going to make like 60k on the hair, and now this person down to resell to you, not paying plus 15k. You could just pay them. If you are lucky, you buy it when the supplier have not increased price. You're luck too. So and now, because of you saw 60,000, doesn't even mean that you made so much money because of your structure. Because if you style hair, most styling hairs now, they cost from 3k to 5k. So 3k to 5k I've removed from that 60k you think you made, Abi. The data that you used, you know how they are charging data now, 2k like in 1 week, I've removed from that sale that you made. And hair is not like biscuits that they buy every time. They buy all the time, but different people. Like a same person cannot be buying all the time for an end user. That's what I mean. That's why you need to increase your customer base. Then the errand that you were running, the transport or all these things, or delivery, like if you are not in the location whereby your supplier is and they need to send it to you, the transport has been removed. Abi, if you have help, assistant or worker or social media manager has been removed. The ads you used to attract that customer, so it's not like nothing is not remaining, but can you see why it is not more an excess? So that's why you need to charge right. And here, maybe if you are just starting, you can start with 20%, 15% to gain confidence, because I know, just like the book that we are reading that talked about what can boost your self-esteem as a salesperson, sometimes you just need to stay long enough to make sales, and you feel like when you lower your price and start making sales, you have more confidence, have more experience to add more price. It's fine. It's fine by you. So, but just know what you are doing, not to run at a loss, so that as you're selling, you're seeing the money, and you still need to save for other days in the business. So I think I've come to the end of pricing under product knowledge. Ciao.